Welcome to our last text of our Classtime Academy effective assessments. So first, thank you to all of you that stick around and answered our question sets, watch all of our videos. So we already are in our sixth task. Today we won't have a new question set because we already have 5 of them, and I know not all of you had the time to catch up with all 5, so I will attach all the 5 question sets here so you can answer all the 5 question sets and graduate in our Classtime Academy. Then we'll have as well at the end, I will talk a little bit about our Classtime Certified Educator exam, that you get the opportunity of taking this exam and becoming a Classtime Certified Educator. And I will as well catch up, review a little bit about what we've learned in this academy. It was a very fun time. We had a blast creating, and for sure we'll have many of segments of this Classtime Academy coming up in 2021. We have a lot of news, a lot of new projects, so stay tuned with Classtime. All of you that are new, that are learning how to use Classtime with this academy, we couldn't thank you enough to getting interest, to sticking around, to learning, to asking questions. We got a lot of questions in the last task as well, so I'll be answering them after we do a little review, and then I will just finish talking about the Classtime Certified Educator exam and about the prize as well that all of the graduates will get. I believe we already touched base with that at the beginning, but just to remind all of you that this learning program does have good effects. You will obviously not only learn how to use better and just know new features about Classtime if you're new, or even if you already know Classtime, I'm sure you are learning a lot of new features here, especially with our we had 2 very special guests into webinars that we had in this academy segment, and they really did showed their expertise, their use cases, how they use different question sets, how they approach. Even Scott Houston, that is a consultant, so he creates question sets for different grades. So he gave a lot of nice tips to all of you that are just excited to start creating question sets with Classtime, or already use Classtime but are learning something new here with us and getting tips, learning from use cases. Not a better way to learn than from other educators' experience, for sure. So let's start remembering that we started this academy with our great question sets task. So how to create great question sets, and I explained to you in this first task how you can create from scratch, how you can research with a keyword in our library that has over 30,000 question types created by educators and validated by our team, our Classtime team. So they're great question sets that you can make a copy to your library, and you can add it to best fit in the way that will best fit your needs, or you can use it as it is. But you can always, when you make this copy, it's your copy, so you can edit everything as it is. So here to remember, we can click here to create a new question set. So let's say that I'm a math teacher and I will create a new question set. Just to remind all of you, obviously I will attach here, I'm sending all the members by email the videos. We are posting on our YouTube channel and our Classtime community on Facebook as well, all the videos, all the tasks. So for sure you can always go back, watch the video, rewatch the video, but just to remind, to refresh all that we've learned before we move on to the last steps that we need from you so you can graduate. Here to create a new question set, remembering that you can create a question, you have the possibility of adding more details, of adding an image or a YouTube video or an audio note as well that you can record in your computer or in a website and post here as a MP3 file. Here, the types of question types that we have as well. I'm sorry. So multiple choice, checkbox, true or false, free text. Those are more like regular or common, but we do have the categorizer in two ways as well: the sorter, the highlight text, the hotspot. I really encourage you, if you haven't seen yet the first video, I go in depth into every single question type. Maria Durner, when she was talking about foreign languages assessments, she was saying that she really likes the categorizer and the checkbox for verbs. She really likes the highlight text as well, the sorter, as well the hotspot. She really mixed all the question types to make it more interesting. So here in the question, how to create great question sets, you can go back and watch that, and I'm sure you won't regret it because you learn a lot. So here, or you can go back and you can already research for a math, for example. Here, let's say I like this one, so I will add to my library, and I just made a copy to my library. So when I look for, here I have it, I can open it, and I can edit. Here I have 100% possibilities of editing all that it is in this question set, so I can only like take the idea, change a little bit the question, or add more details, add an image, change the question type as well, and then save it, and it's all mine. And you can also add a standard, common standard here. If you like that, we have the ability of adding common standards, so you can research for keywords and adding common standards to your questions. So you can add it 100% an already existing question set, or you can create a new one from scratch. So after this first video, we moved on to secure assessments, online assessments. We know that a lot of teachers struggle with cheating. They want to prevent cheating online. So our team created a lot of different features that will help you prevent cheating. So we have not only the session playlist that you will be able to create a whole question set with a lot of questions and use it in different sessions. That will help you organize. You have our classes that will allow you to create classes, organize yourself, and adding your students and exactly the email that they use, so institutional emails or Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, or if they use personal emails. We do know that a lot of teachers struggle with because the students don't have to register for Classtime. They can only enter a session with their nickname or the last name, the first name. They can just type whatever they want in the little box when they're entering a session. A lot of teachers were struggling with security, duplicate emails or nicknames that they didn't understand in the session. So if you want better control of your sessions, for sure you want to use classes because you can have 100% control, and I explained that in the second task video as well. I showed to you how you can start a session, and you can use our session settings to just our shuffle answer option, shuffle questions, round based mode, so it's one question per time, session timer, session scheduler, only one attempt per question, though all those features that were created in our session settings were 100% as well focused on preventing cheating online. So yeah, I really encourage all of you to explore a little bit our session settings, and we have a lot of possibilities to make it more secure. We also have the chat, so you can enable or disable the chat. The chat is only available for teacher, so for you and your students, so you can talk individually with every student in the chat. A lot of people were asking if in the chat you can send PDF files, and yes, you can. So here you will be able to even tell them that you were present if you are live while they're taking the test, so they can compare their answers. If it's shuffled, it's even worse for them because all of them will have different questions at different times. So you have a lot of ways of prevent cheating as well. Just go there back and watch the second video. That is very good too. The third one was the first webinar that we had here was with Maria Darner. Maria is a very good friend of ours. She is a Classtime user. She's a Spanish teacher in Missouri, and she really uses Classtime for her students in the classroom especially. So it was very good to see as well new ways. I know a lot of you are still distance learning or like to use on a distance learning manner the assessments that you create at Classtime, but there is a lot of ways of creating question sets while you are in the classroom. That's why even we still have here the code that you can enlarge the code, you can project the code, and the kids can just use the code or the QR code. So she gave a lot of tips. She talked a lot about the question types that she prefers to use, as I just said. She as well talked about audio. She was one of the teachers that really asked audio from us, helped us develop this feature. So she uses audio very effectively. She was talking even that she uses audio to speak to their students in Spanish and ask them to select the words that she's speaking that are written down so they can match what they are hearing to what they are reading. This is a great way of using audio as well. And I already showed to you other ways of using audio in the first video too. So thank you again, Maria, for participating. And the fourth task was about math assessments. So the third was about foreign assessments because Maria is Spanish teacher, so she gave a lot of tips for those who the teachers that teach languages. So if you're an English teacher as a second language, if you are Spanish, if you teach French, if you teach whatever language it is, for sure you will love the video because there are a lot of tips there that you can use in your reality with your classroom as well. And then we have Scott that talked about math assessments online. So Scott is a consultant, is an education consultant. He's as well a Classtime advocate, Classtime user, a partner of ours that it's always helping us to understand better, to develop new features as well. So first I would like to thank Scott and Valentin, that it's our CEO, for putting together that video, the webinar that was amazing, full of tips, full of new insights for you that want to create different question sets for math. So Scott creates question sets for different grades, and he really showed how he uses strategic thinking in his question sets, how he applies his strategic thinking, and how he can use different question types for every single different strategic thinking type that he's applying into a question set, for example. So he really gave amazing tips there, not only for math teachers, but as well for teachers that really want to understand how you can apply strategic thinking in your subject, or how can you use a question type in different ways. You can go there and watch it and you won't regret it for sure. And then in the last video that we had, we also talked about, let me just remind. So we had the first one is the question, is the grade question sets. The second one is secure questions. Then we had the 2 webinars, foreign languages assessments and math assessments. And then we had scoring and reporting with Classtime, where I showed to you how you can grade your students. So partial grading, if like all the different features that we have, which features are only for premium users, which features are for free users as well, how you can download reports, how you can allow your student to download their own reports via student portal. So if you don't know, if you go back to Classtime here to our homepage, you can see that now we have students. The students still can't, they don't have to apply or register for Classtime. They will be able to enter their student portal with only an email, so their own email. They just have to put their email and their password, and that's it. They can use Clever, Microsoft, Google, or another email as well and join. Let's say I will just show to you, we just had a different update in our student portal too. And after showing to you, I would just go back here. Let me just take a look in some questions that we had. Okay, so here is our student portal. So your students, after they finish and after you allow them, when you allow them to download their own reports, they will be able to download their own reports here. So we don't have to go back and learn and send everyone, download all the reports and send everyone the reports afterwards. So it's a very good one too. So to answer the questions that we've got, first we got a question asking about share link. So if I can just share a question set, and yes, you can share a question set. You can just click in the question set and you have the share button here. You have a special link here. You can copy it and you can share with your educators as well. They will be able to open. Then other people were asking about, other thing that a lot of people always ask us, can I print my question set? Yes, you can print. You can just click here and you will be able to print whatever question set you want in our library. Then let's see another one that we got. So your copy can't be edited by anyone else other than you, but you can create a shared folder if you are in our schools and institution license. You see here that I have a little face in my folder is because I added here a collaborator. So I can update collaborators, I can add, I can like just include here. You can see that me and Valentin, our CEO, are collaborators in this question set. So me and Valentin, everything I change in this question set, it will reflect to his copy as well, to the same copy, and if he changed something, it reflects to me as well. But I can exclude or I can add more collaborators. But if you are not in a shared folder, no, nobody else can edit or see your question sets, only you. Let's see if we have other ones. So a folder can contain more than one question set, and yes, a folder can contain as many question sets as you want. We don't have a limit. So can you edit a question set in the middle of a session? No, you can't edit a question set in the middle of a session. After you start a session, you can't edit anymore. You can edit the session settings of the session in the middle of the session. So you can change your mind and shuffle the questions after you begin the session, or you can change another session settings, but you can change anything in your question set. So the questions will, the copies, the questions, the answer options will all continue the same. You have to stop and stop the session if you made a mistake, or if you want to change something, you have to stop the session, fix the mistake, and then begin another session. So have to be very careful before starting a session. Double check, because no, you can't edit a question while you are in the middle of a session. When you end your sessions, students can if you close your session, even if you're live with your students, if you close your session, if your students will still be able to continue their session. And yes, the students and your vision and the students' vision are not related. So if you stop seeing the session, if you just close your tab but you don't end the session, yes, the session will continue. Every student will have their own session copy there and will continue to answer, and everything will be okay. That's why you don't have to be live while the session is running. You don't have to be there with your students. You can just schedule the session. But if you end the session, so if you started a session here, for example, I would just open a session that it's still here, the session is not ended. If you come here and your students, let's say that all the students are answering, if you end the session, here will ask you, and they will tell you already that after ending the sessions, your student will not be able to join the session or answer questions anymore. So only if you end the session. And so that's why after all your students finish, then you end the session. And after ending the session, you can still check all the chats with your students, and you can as well allow your students to see the results after they all finish. You allow them, then you end the session as well. We have I think 2 or 3 more. Let's see what happens when I click on the session code. So the session code, it only enlarges, and it's to click. If you click here, you are not copying, so you have to copy it manually with like Control Command C, Command V, Control C, Control V. So you have to copy it manually, but it just enlarges, and it is designed to be used more in a classroom. So if you are just making an assessment with your students in the classroom, a lot of teachers like to use the code because you can see all your students. So you're already preventing better cheating because they are in the classroom and you are seeing them. So maybe you're not using a class because you prefer to use a session. So a lot of teachers use this code. How many simultaneously sessions can I run at the same time? So you can run as many sessions as you want. We don't have a limit as well. We do have a limit of students per session if you are in the free plan. So if you are in the free plan, you can only have 40 students per time in your session. If you are in the premium plan or schools and institutions, you can have up to 300 students in your session, but always make sure to run a test before or talk to one of us, one of our team members, so we can help you if it's a too large, like it's a very large class, or if you need any special take care of any special situation during the session. It's better for us all to talk to one of our team members. And then you can't add PDF. Can you add PDF to your question? No. You can add an image, so PNG, I think all the JPEG as well, you can. JPEG, yeah, you can add an image, but you can't for sure add a PDF. You can only add a PDF in your chat. If you're talking to your students, yes, you can add a PDF there, or your student can add a PDF or an audio note or even a video, and it will work. So that were all the questions that we had here. Just to finish, I need all of you that want to take the CCE exam, so the Classtime Certified Educator exam. What we'll need is for all of you, I will send in the emails and here on YouTube and as well in the community. I would just need all of you to go to our community posts and the unit and comment, I want to be a certified educator, a Classtime certified educator. I will write everything in the caption so it will be easier. And all of you that are interested in taking the exam, if you watch all the videos, if you use Classtime or explore a little bit Classtime, I'm very sure that you'll be able to pass the exam. The exam is very focused on the future, so explore Classtime, watch the videos, and I'm sure you'll be able to get certified as a Classtime certified educator as well. We do have a price for our certified educators. It's a 3-month free premium. So we'll add to the final price of this Academy certification. So it's 2 different certificates. Everyone that answers all of our 5 different question sets that I've sent, that I will attach to this caption again to the emails, everything. Everyone that answers all these 5 different question sets will receive a certificate that you are a Classtime Academy certificate, certified educator. And for all of those who also wants to be a Classtime certified educator, that is our original certification, then you will also receive another one. So it's 2 different certificates. You can get one certificate or you can get both certificates. So it's up to you. We are inviting, usually the process of our certified educator exam, you have to submit a question set. So we have a larger system, just a larger system of just giving you the exam, and by participating in this academy you already get the exam without having to go through the same system. So if I were you, I would definitely try because you get more premium time for free. In this academy, if you are a graduate in this academy, for sure you already get a very good discount in your yearly premium license. And with the certified educator exam, if you pass, you'll get even more free premium license, and you will only need to get 80% of the correct answers in the certified educator exam. You know that the question sets that have been attached to all the videos, there's no right or wrong. It's more understanding how all of you are perceiving Classtime and how you are learning. So that if you participate, if you are watching and participating, you will graduate. And then we have the certified educator exam that, yes, you need to reach 80% correct answers, and then you get double certificate and a lot of time of free premium too, a good discount. You can start your premium license with a great deal, or you can renew your premium license with a great deal if you are already a premium teacher. If you have any questions, please reach out to us via email or in our channels as well. And I guess it's that. Thank you again for participating. Looking forward to seeing all of you in our next segment of our Classtime Academy, and take care. Bye bye.